Today's video will be a little bit short, and it's from Megan Rose in United States. She is a bit unusual, and don't sort of, well, you can of course stop watching this video, but she's a contactee, which means it's a person that claims she's communicating with beings from another world. And even though that concept might be strange for you, just listen to her message, because she says something that's really valid, at least in my opinion, and that is that love cannot be gotten from outside of yourself. It comes from within you. But let's hear what she has to say, and I'll chime in at a few points during this short video.
Basically, a few years ago, I was working with some people and they went this way and I went that way and I've moved on. Okay. So, there's a very old paradigm that humanity is evolving out of, and it's the us versus them, the you versus me paradigm. Okay. So, I mean, for me, it's just kind of boring, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, how this relates to living in the Philippines or dating in the Philippines is, I've seen so many expats. They come here and they start dating, and then they find out the lady is not quite right, so they ditch her or they break up, and then they move on to the next lady, and the same thing happens again. And it's just a never-ending hamster wheel where you're always changing your girlfriend, always changing your partner, but there's really nothing. I mean, you don't need to do that, is what I'm saying. You shouldn't be seeking always love and pleasure from outside of yourself. I'm not talking about doing things to your own self that are satisfying. I'm talking about experiencing life from the pleasure of just being you, and not requiring anyone else to make you laugh or anyone else to make you smile. But let's hear what she has to say.
And we're evolving into the paradigm of the heart. Okay. And as silly and as cheesy as it might sound to some people, that's our true nature, the nature of the heart, the nature of love. And it's who we are. So it's, I don't know, for me, it's a lot more fun. But if you don't want to come with me, there are no, I would love to have you, but there are no strings attached. There are no shackles. There are no chains. Okay. It's just part of the paradigm of the heart, or coming from the heart. It's about being who you are without conditions and without limits, and accepting and basically seeing things and people and for who they truly are, which is love. And what is more fun than that? And there's an idea.
Yeah, what she's saying is really true. At least for me, you can always focus on the love, the pleasure, the joy coming from outside of yourself. Plants, trees, beautiful mountains, beautiful girlfriend, whatever. But it's really a trap. If you find your happiness from within yourself, you can go anywhere, do anything, or be with anybody actually, and you will still be happy. You will get a joy out of it. It's easy for an expat coming to the Philippines and dismissing a girlfriend after a few months and saying, "Oh yeah, she's so and so," and can't accept that, and that's a deal breaker, blah blah blah. And then you move on to looking for the next girlfriend. It's just a hamster wheel that never stops spinning. Let's hear what she's got to say.
Humanity has been so the old paradigm. Okay, the paradigm of war, fighting, me versus you. It's built from, or comes from, a very, very old ancient principle and belief system, or ideas that humanity has bought into, basically that the love is outside of you, the love is external to you. Okay. And that when we believe that, and that's part of our consciousness, then we have to go and get it from other people, and at all costs. Okay. So or we have to save people. And really, when we save people, we're seeing them as victims. We're not seeing them for the universal creators that they are. So it's basically a game, and it's a circle, and it goes around and around and around like this. It's like a hamster wheel. And I don't want to be on a hamster wheel, so it's there's so much more out there. There's so much more that we're discovering, and that's the place that I am coming from. So with that being said, Valnek and our new book is coming out this weekend, so there won't be a Q&A with us.
Yeah, she's talking about a new book that's being released, where she's co-authoring with some other beings from another world, but that's a whole nother discussion. I just want to bring or highlight the point where she says, don't look for happiness being caused or coming from outside of yourself. It's so true. Like, for instance, in my life, I remember going through a divorce with my Filipina ex-wife in the United States a few years ago. Oh, actually more than a few years ago, more like 20 years ago. And I was really down, really depressed, didn't know what to do. I was basically going crazy because everything was like pointing towards her. I was blaming her for everything, my unhappiness, for my failure in our marriage, failure in this or that. I was basically blaming her for everything. But suddenly it just hit me like a light bulb that I could be happy right now, serene and calm, just by switching my mind. I didn't even have to talk to her or the ex-wife at all, which is what I did. I was lying in bed late at night. I think I was close to suicidal. I was really depressed, really, struggling for answers. And suddenly it hit me that just being me and acknowledging the calm, serene person that I am, and not seeking validation or acknowledgement from somebody else can put me in a beautiful, peaceful mindset. And it just happened in a matter of minutes. And I'm just trying to highlight this for you guys that I might be struggling or looking for a girlfriend in the Philippines, and how it's all. Some guys are probably having fun looking and interviewing girls for a possible long-term partnership, and don't stop with that, but don't focus on another person being the sole source of your happiness in life. It should, in the end, it really only comes from within yourself. I'm sure on our last days on this earth, we're not going to be looking for somebody else to carry our grief. But if you can dispel those thoughts of somebody else always giving you what you want, and replace it with just being yourself and acknowledging your true nature, I think we'll be a lot better off. So with that, I'm going to end this brief talk, but I hope you get something from this. And if you can, please like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.